Well, hello and welcome to the next instance of a daily Dominion. Unfortunately, yesterday I came home rather late, was rather tired, and did not feel like recording a video on the daily, but it was also a really weird one. I quite struggled with it, almost lost, but anyways, today's daily looks interesting and looks like a well-rounded kingdom of this full random Saturday. Now here you can see that Daimyo, one of the strongest cards in Dominion, costs 6 debt and allows you to play non-command action cards again after playing it. Now, looking at this kingdom, it on the first glance might look that there is a lack of village, but of course, Daimyo can double play merchants, and if you play a daimyo, you draw a card in action, okay, and then play merchants afterwards, or play a single merchant afterwards, you just double play it, get +2 cards, +2 actions for the single play, and thus have generated the actions you would like for your village. So there was the kingdom, the second kingdom against Yurikamomi, where we also had daimyo, and my kingdom plot showed a 2 for the village stuff, but there actually we only had terminal action cards, and Daimyo was not in fact a proper village. I mean, it could double play the mountain shrines that we had, and it was still something to go for, but it was not like the most amazing village. But here it might be. Now, now I've already shown the kingdom plot. We might as well talk about it. We have lots of gains. In Council Room has plus buy, very important to look for. Haggler can haggle stuff. Falconer can react and gain stuff. Druid is plus buy. Replace can turn your bad cards into better cards and even attack the opponent. Now, well, let me show you again the kingdom in case that was a bit too fast. Apart from that, we have some thinning, not in the kingdom cards. Actually, let me show you the druid boons. There is also no thinning in there. It's just, well, you get the plus buy and then plus card, +2 cards, discard 2, or gain a silver. Nothing too exciting, to be honest. But the event Asceticism allows you to trash cards from your hand. And I guess replace also allows for some thinning. Now, then we have some utility. And what was I about to say? I guess also attacks and cutpurse militia replace to slow down your opponent. There is the notable combo of council room militia, so you get to draw your opponent a few cards with council rooms, but then later on play the militia, and that alone is a great incentive to set up this daimyo merchant thing to be able to play those both during your turn. There's also crew for some reliability, which can top deck itself to draw stuff. Star chart for reliability, and yeah, I don't know. It looks like a well-rounded kingdom. The kingdom plot seems to reflect that. And yeah, what else? I guess there's the discussion about openings. I think just going for militia, trashing, and then trash an estate, you're guaranteed to hit 5, I believe, on the reshuffle. Because you only have 10 cards in your deck and and 9 money. So that's pretty nice. And you can also then, I don't know, pick up hopefully something like Council Room, maybe already a daimyo, or just, yeah, see where we go from there. Or I think probably the first 5 wants to be a replace rather than Council Room. We note that Hagler is a bit awkward with Daimyo because essentially Hagler forces you to gain a card that is cheaper than a card you bought. So if you buy Daimyo, you are forced to gain coppers with it. So maybe that only wants to be acquired later on. And for the 5-2, I think it's slightly worse. You just go for replace nothing. Could, of course, opt for replace Daimyo and hope for the high roll, but it's not that likely. So I would suggest just going replace nothing and then buying cards on turn 3 and turn 4. Now, yeah, I think that wraps up everything. I'd say we start this game, go for this Militia, and exercise an estate. AI goes for double Asceticism, which is also not too shabby, I guess. And for us, there is a question what we want to do next turn. We have an estate, the Militia. We are going to hit 5 there. I think what might be a possibility next turn is to just trash 2 cards. And in that case, do you already want to add a merchant at this point? There is a question. We then could add Militia, Daimyo later. I'm not too convinced about any of the options, to be honest. Kind of depends on what we want to do next turn. Maybe for now, just adding a silver is better, and then pick up Council Room, Merchant, and Daimyo, probably in that order, and be on with our game. AI trashes more, but we also trashed 2 cards here, so while AI only trashed 1 card per turn effectively, we did so with 2 cards here. We can go for this Council Room now, which we immediately draw, and I think we want to play it here because we can pick up Merchant Daimyo, even though that draws AI a card, and it's a pity that our silver misses, because that's 2 money that we would have loved to have here. And yeah, what is AI going to do with these daimyos? It's going to multiply those druids, okay. What do we want to do? We have the option of just not playing this council room, and next turn hopefully lining up the daimyo with the merchant. I would draw 2 cards. Yeah, actually, I think I like this. No, we only hit 5, not 6, and we cannot go for a start chart. I was about to say, if we hit 6 here, I would have gone for a start chart. And then if we collided Daimyo and Merchant next turn, it would have been amazing because we would have been able to top deck the council room. Now, since that hasn't happened, I think we play the council room. Drawing AI card in this state, I mean, they might collide the druid with the daimyos, but what is that going to achieve? And here I still think we pick up the start chart for some reliability and another daimyo. And I cannot undo this. I was about to say maybe we don't pick up the daimyo, but it's too late now. We are able to double play this. I mean, okay, AI has this beautiful deck of 7 coppers, picks up replace. That's a bit scary, I guess, and our draw is not the greatest because we have Council Room Militia there, and I even wonder what we top deck. I think it's just a daimyo, but this kind of sucks. I should certainly pick up a merchant at this point because okay, this is amazing. Because the merchant would alleviate a lot of its terminal problems, but oh well, it doesn't. So yeah, we just probably double play the militia with this daimyo, and that's yeah an amazing draw. We get to hopefully thin out a lot here. What do we want to pair with that? Do we want to go for a replace, another council room? Is the replace that impressive though? We could replace the estate into like a merchant or something like that. Mm, hmm. I'm really not all too enthused about any of the options. Could also just be Asceticism and Daimyo. Just get this super reliable deck, spend 7 on trashing 5 cards, pick up this Daimyo, and probably double play the Council Room for some more money, and this is some more buys next turn. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Just trash a bunch and pick up another Daimyo, just hammer those in. Top deck, probably a Daimyo, could also be a merchant. Actually, we only have 2 merchants, we have 3 Daimyos, so let's top deck these. And AI's deck, I mean, it is rather pathetic, to be honest. Whereas we, on the other hand, are able to just... I think we just triple play Militia and pick up the last 2 Daimyos and think about the rest later. Oops, that was the wrong order, of course. I should have played the Council Room first. But yeah, just not let AI run away with these Daimyos, and yeah, get 5 of them into our deck. And again, top deck a merchant. And these Daimyos are essentially worth 2 money at this point. And what is AI doing? This Druid Rush does not make any sense. Maybe it hasn't registered that the boons off of Druid are kind of bad. I mean, with replace, okay, Druid becomes okay because the silvers you pick up might be fodder for your replaces, but still, it's really not that impressive. And our throne room kind of bottom decks, and I think we just multiplay it here. The last card is a copper. If we multiply it here, we will have 3 money off the merchants, 5 with the silver, 6, 7, plus it's 11. 1 debt, so we can buy replace and maybe merchant druid, something like that. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, it's a bit annoying that we draw AI so many cards, but at least we get the militia in afterwards, and thus, yeah, we even have more, 2 more money than I counted. And yeah, we get to pick up replays and maybe another actual council room and druid, or just play it safe, go for merchant druid. No, I think we want the physical draw, like physical. I'm always saying physical, but what I mean is just the actual card in the deck, of course. So here it's fine if we triple play this merchant, because we have more terminals we want to play, or even quad play this merchant. Play the druid for gain a silver now, and draw into this. Now this replace can... like, we could even double play the replace, I guess, and get ourselves a haggler. Well, we are running out of village space, i.e. cards that we can play. I mean, we can always do more of the merchant daimyo stuff, but still. But yeah, I think this wants to be just a haggler. Oh, it's top deck, yeah. And we might as well curse the AI a bit, annoy the AI a bit with an estate, which we can later turn into something better. And yeah, now double play this merchant to play haggler and militia. This will yield a bunch, so we get to maybe just double gold, actually, weird as it sounds, but double gold would yield... no, let's go province, and a 5 cost maybe. maybe another haggler, or actually just super conservative, just province merchant, haggler merchant, or replace merchant. I think I replace merchant. Put a bunch of those merchants into our deck and top deck merchant. Hopefully also find a daimyo here. If we don't, then oh well. And AI returns the favor of cursing, and it seems like we dud here, but that is to be expected. And still we hit 6 with a haggler in play, so we get to pick up gold. Gold is really nice with replace, and probably just another merchant or a replace. Merchant is just so inoffensive. It's very nice. And there comes AI's Militia in a really annoying moment. Would have loved to keep that hand, but it's really fine. Do we want to double play this council room? I'd rather do the double play of the daimyo on more merchants, so let's top deck, I guess, another merchant. Play this council room, just go for more merchant stuff. Now we do get to replace gold into province, do get to gain another silver, double play another merchant, doesn't matter what we top deck, I believe, and I guess we just go for haggler and militia. And as you can see now, our terminal space is kind of limited and our deck is getting junkier. Maybe there was even a win there with some better play, but oh well. And yeah, go for some provinces and more merchants, because merchants really are the thing that we want to see, and trash this curse. I think that's safe. Like AI triple provincing here, what would that mean for us? It would have 18 points, it's 23 in total. Probably curse us once or twice. Yeah, no, but given the state of its deck, it can only multiplay the replace. I think it's fine. We can now top deck daimyo because we have so many merchants. It's very likely that we find some of those. And yeah, AI only finds this druid. I mean, it's kind of pathetic because they do get to do this Wind's Gift business a few times, cycle to whatever card they desire, but it's really, really sad overall. Whereas we also do not have the greatest of turns, but this is 3 money, 5 money. Ah no, we can actually try to continue our turn using this. And indeed we do get to continue the turn. I'm just playing the merchants a bunch with these daimyos because um, there's not that much better we can do. Is this a win already? This smells like a win. Yeah, it certainly is. And yeah, we can just go for the easy route. Double play this, and once again, actually this might even be enough money. Let me count by just playing this, yeah, for double province, so we can kill the militia. It was quite nice, and haggle for some whatever stuff, and finish this game with a commanding 41-3 lead, just because AI did not pick up on fact that daimyo merchant is the thing to do here. And yeah, I mean 15 turns feels kind of slow, but there were some awkward turns, and I think like 1.5 duds even in there. And the build in the beginning also is not the easiest, I'd say. You gotta just hammer in those daimyos before AI picks them all up, because they are really the limiting factor for your deck here. And still, I think we did quite alright, but of course also AI did not really fight here. Anyways, that's a 20-minute video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will try to catch you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.